Before we go any further, pause for a moment. What I'm about to say may explain feelings you've had but never found words for. If you've noticed the same situations repeating, the same blocks showing up, or a quiet sense that something is trying to get your attention, this matters. There's a personalized intuitive reading created to help you understand why certain doors haven't opened yet, what's currently blocking your momentum, and what you need to see before making your next move. This isn't about belief or promises. It's about clarity, timing, and awareness. Many people gain insights that immediately change how they approach their decisions, relationships, and daily life. The link is in the pinned comment. Keep watching, because what you're about to hear connects directly to this, and may answer questions you didn't even realize you were asking. Imagine stopping scrolling right now because a simple choice can reveal something you've never consciously admitted about yourself. Not a quiz, not astrology, but real psychology grounded in Carl Jung's theory of the subconscious, archetypes, and personality patterns. In the next 30 seconds, you'll be asked to pick one of 4 landscapes, and that single decision will expose how you handle loneliness, relationships, pressure, and emotional conflict in your everyday life in the United States. From busy cities like New York and Los Angeles, to quiet suburban nights where thoughts hit hardest. You might think it's just a picture, but your brain does not choose randomly. It projects who you are, what you fear, and what you secretly desire onto the world around you. Jung proved that the mind communicates through symbols, images, and instinct before logic ever steps in, which means your choice will speak louder than your words. Some people will see calm, others will feel tension. Some will search for freedom while others cling to safety. And every reaction carries a psychological meaning rooted in modern behavioral science and personality psychology. If you've ever wondered why you feel isolated, even surrounded by people, why certain relationships repeat the same cycle, or why your habits are hard to break, this test connects directly to that. By the end of this video, you won't just understand yourself better. You'll recognize your hidden pattern in real-life situations like work stress, dating, friendships, and social expectations. But here's the catch. The interpretation only works if you are brutally honest with your choice and stay until the very last explanation, because the final insight ties all 4 landscapes together into a powerful mirror of the human mind. Before we continue, let me ask you for a quick favor that really helps this channel and also connects me with you in a real way. Drop a comment right now telling me where you're watching from, your city or country, what day it is, and the exact time as you're watching this. It might sound simple, but it creates a real map of real people on the other side of the screen, living different lives, in different places, all connected through this same video. While you're typing, the video keeps playing, and this small action helps the algorithm show this message to more people who might need to hear it today. So don't overthink it. Just comment, city, day, and time. And if at any point this video resonates with you, hits close to home, or makes you reflect, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for the next uploads, because there's always more depth, more insight, and more content made especially for people like you who stayed until here. If you chose the beach, you did not simply pick a pretty view. You revealed how your psyche relates to calm, depth, and emotional movement beneath the surface. Much like Carl Jung described when he said that the outer world mirrors the inner self. At first glance, the ocean looks peaceful, golden sand, gentle breeze, and endless horizon. Yet beneath that beauty exists unpredictability, waves that rise without warning, and currents that pull you deeper than you expect, which reflects a personality that seeks tranquility but secretly carries intense feelings you rarely show to others in your daily life across the United States. Whether you live in Miami, California, Texas, or a quiet town by the coast, people who choose the beach often crave emotional freedom, space to breathe, and moments of solitude that feel restorative rather than lonely. Yet they are also deeply sensitive to relationships and can feel overwhelmed when conflict disturbs their inner balance. Jung would interpret this as a connection to the collective unconscious, where water symbolizes emotion, memory, and the hidden layers of the mind that shape your behavior without you noticing. This means you may appear relaxed and easygoing on the outside, but inside you process experiences intensely. replay conversations, analyze feelings, and sometimes retreat to recharge rather than confront. In social situations, you tend to be warm and welcoming, but you need boundaries, distance, and personal time to stay mentally healthy, especially in fast-paced environments like modern American work culture and digital life. Your greatest strength is emotional intelligence, the ability to feel deeply and empathize with others. Yet your challenge is learning not to absorb everyone else's energy as your own. The beach choice suggests that growth for you comes from accepting both calm and chaos, understanding that just like the ocean, your emotions are powerful, natural, and meant to move, not to be suppressed or feared. If you chose the mountain, your choice speaks about a mind that is built around resilience, distance, and perspective, rather than immediate emotion, exactly as Carl Jung would describe when analyzing how symbols in nature reflect the architecture of the psyche. A mountain does not move, does not chase, and does not panic. It simply stands tall, absorbing storms, cold winds, and time itself, which mirrors a personality that values control, independence, and self-mastery in a world that often feels chaotic across the United States, from crowded cities like Chicago and New York to quiet rural landscapes in Colorado or Montana. People drawn to mountains usually carry a quiet inner strength, preferring solitude not because they fear others, but because they think more clearly when they are alone with their thoughts. Jung would say that height symbolizes consciousness rising above impulsive emotion, meaning you tend to analyze situations before reacting, observe people before trusting, and plan your steps rather than act on instinct. However, this same trait can create emotional isolation, because while others see you as strong and capable, few truly understand what you carry inside. Just like climbing a peak, your life often feels like a constant ascent, where rest is rare and pressure feels normal, especially in high-performance American culture focused on productivity, competition, and self-reliance. Your greatest power is discipline and clarity, yet your hidden struggle is allowing vulnerability, admitting fatigue, and letting someone walk beside you instead of always climbing alone. Choosing the mountain suggests that your growth comes when you realize that strength is not only standing above others, but sometimes descending, connecting, and allowing yourself to be supported without losing who you are. If you chose the big city, your mind operates in motion, complexity, and connection, revealing a personality deeply tuned to ambition, social energy, and the psychological rhythm of modern life, exactly in the way Carl Jung would interpret a symbolic landscape as a reflection of your inner world. Skyscrapers, flashing lights, traffic, and constant movement mirror a psyche that thrives on stimulation, challenge, and interaction, suggesting that you feel most alive when things are happening around you, rather than in silence. Across the United States, whether in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, or Miami, the city represents opportunity, but also pressure, and your choice shows that you are driven, mentally active, and highly aware of status, relationships, and how others perceive you. Jung would say this landscape connects to the persona, the social mask you wear in public, meaning you are skilled at adapting, communicating, and navigating different social environments, yet this can sometimes distance you from your true self. You may be surrounded by people yet still feel emotionally alone at night, scrolling your phone, replaying conversations, and wondering who truly knows you beneath the surface. Your mind is fast, analytical, and strategic, which helps you succeed in careers, networking, and competitive spaces. But it can also make it hard to slow down, rest, or sit with your own thoughts without distraction. This choice suggests you crave recognition and progress, but your real psychological growth comes when you learn to disconnect from the noise. Listen to your inner voice and remember that your worth is not defined by buildings, followers, or achievements, but by who you are when no one is watching. If you chose the farm, your psyche gravitates toward roots, rhythm, and continuity, revealing a personality that values stability, meaning, and a slower relationship with life, in the way Carl Jung described when interpreting landscapes as symbols of the inner self. A farm is not dramatic like the ocean, not distant like a mountain, and not chaotic like a big city. It is grounded, cyclical, and alive through routine, patience, and care, which mirrors a mind that seeks security, authenticity, and emotional nourishment rather than constant stimulation. Across the United States, from the Midwest Plains to small towns in Ohio, Iowa, Kansas, or rural areas of the South, the farm represents connection to the earth, tradition, and something real that cannot be bought or performed. Jung would say this choice aligns with the archetype of the caregiver or nurturer, meaning you are naturally inclined to protect, support, and build rather than chase status or attention. You likely feel most at peace when things are simple, organized, and honest. Yet modern, fast-paced American culture often pushes you to move faster than your soul is comfortable with. People may see you as calm, reliable, and trustworthy, but inside you carry a deep emotional sensitivity that makes you feel the weight of responsibility for family, relationships, and those you love. Just like a farmer who plants seeds and waits months to see results, you understand that growth takes time, discipline, and consistency, which makes you resilient in long-term goals but sometimes anxious when life feels unpredictable. Your greatest strength is emotional stability and loyalty. Yet your hidden challenge is learning to set boundaries so you do not carry burdens that are not yours. Choosing the farm suggests that your real psychological growth comes when you honor your need for peace while also allowing yourself to step beyond comfort when necessary. Remembering that even the strongest fields must face storms before producing their best harvest. No matter which landscape you chose, the beach, the mountain, the big city, or the farm, your answer is not about being right or wrong, better or worse. It is a mirror showing how your mind moves through life, how you protect yourself, how you love, and how you cope with the pressures of the modern world in the United States. Carl Jung believed that the images we are drawn to reveal patterns in our unconscious, meaning your choice reflects not only who you are today, but who you are quietly becoming through your experiences, relationships, successes, and disappointments. Perhaps you saw yourself in the calm yet powerful ocean, in the disciplined solitude of the mountain, in the restless energy of the city, or in the steady patience of the farm. But beneath all of these symbols lies the same human truth. You are trying to navigate complexity, find meaning, and feel less alone in a world that often moves too fast. Every person watching this carries their own silent battles, hidden emotions, and unspoken fears, yet your choice shows that you also carry resilience, depth, and the capacity to grow. Reflection is not about labeling yourself forever. It is about recognizing your patterns so you can consciously shape your future instead of being unconsciously controlled by your past. As you leave this video, remember that like nature, your mind is not fixed. It evolves with every decision, every setback, and every moment of awareness. And the real strength is not in the landscape you chose, but in your willingness to look inward, understand yourself, and keep moving forward with honesty, courage, and compassion for who you are becoming. Now, before you go, take one last moment with this message because this is where the experience truly completes itself. If this video made you think, reflect, or see yourself in any of these landscapes, hit the like button so more people in the United States can discover it too. And subscribe to the channel because every week there are new deep psychology insights about loneliness, personality, relationships, and human behavior that you won't want to miss. Tap the video on the card right now to continue this journey of self-understanding, and also dive into the full playlist where all these lessons connect in a powerful way. And if you stayed until the very end, prove it by commenting just the number of the landscape you chose. 1 for the beach, 2 for the mountain, 3 for the big city, or 4 for the farm, so we can see together how this community is spread across the country and how different minds interpret the same world.